Good morning, students. In the last class, we have studied about the indifference curve analysis and the consumer equilibrium, as well as the what are the changes in the budget line when the price of the good one increases and when the price of the good two increases, and other thing, for example, price of the good one and the income of the consumer is remaining constant. Now we are going to study a new topic, that is marginal rate of substitution or the slope of indifference curve. Okay, now marginal rate of substitution is a tool of indifference curve. We have studied in the last class that the consumer have the different bundle of goods and consumer are indifferent among the all the bundle of the goods, because all the bundle of the goods give him equal satisfaction, so that he cannot prefer any of them, because uh, at every bundle of goods a consumer gets the maximum and equal distribution. So marginal rate of substitution is a tool of indifference curve analysis. Okay, when we have studied about the indifference curve, the marginal rate of substitution plays as a tool of the indifference curve. MRS is marginal rate of substitution, means the rate at which consumer will sacrifice or forego the successive unit of one good for a marginal increase of the another good. It is also same like the marginal rate of exchange, marginal opportunity cost. Okay, so when the consumer will forego the one successive unit of one good for the consuming of the another goods. Okay, when he want to consume one more good of the good one, so he has to sacrifice the some unit of the good too. Okay, MRS of good one for good 2 is the number of unit of good 2 that the consumer is willing to give up for an additional unit of good 1. Okay, MRS, marginal rate of substitution for good 1, marginal rate of substitution of good 1 for good 2 is the simply the number of unit of good 2 that the consumer is willing to give, means number of unit of the good 2 that the consumer is want to give, so that he can consume the some unit of the good 1. Okay, so as to maintain the same level satisfaction, so that there will be no changes in the satisfaction of the consumer. He has to balance all of the satisfaction from when he sacrificing the good one for the consuming the more unit of good two, so that there will be no disturbance in the consumption of the unit, and he or she will get the maximum or same level of satisfaction. So we are going to take a schedule, that is here in bundles good 1, that is x1, good 2, that is x2, and MRS is rate of change what we are sacrificing to gaining the another unit. Okay, here we are sacrificing the good 2 for consuming the more good of good 1. Okay, so it is the formula is loss upon gain. Here delta shows the delta, this shows the change. Okay, it shows the change. So in bundle A, good 1 is one, consumer consume the only 1 unit of the good 1, and consumer consumes the 12 unit of good 2. So here there will be no changes occurs, because it is the first bundle. In the second bundle, consumer is consuming 2 unit of good 1 and 8 unit of good 2. So delta, here delta shows the change in present minus previous. So for this good 2, present is 8 and previous is 12, so it will be 4. Okay, 4, and in the good one it is changes in 2 and 1. The difference is 1. So the ratio will be 4 if we take in upon 4. So it is equal to 4, or we have written as the 4 is to 1. Okay. So in the same, it is also like the in the C bundle, that is good 1, consumer consume the 3 unit of good 1 and the 5 unit of good 2. So here what we changes, we are seeing that the difference between 8 minus 5, it is equal to 3, and for the good one 3 minus 2 equal to 1. Then the ratio will be 3 is to 1. We have written like the loss upon gain. Here what we are losing, good 2, and it is the difference is 3, and what we are gaining, that is 1. So we have also written like this, or only 3. Okay. So it is continue with the different bundles of when the whatever the consumer is consuming. So it is also continued in the bundle E, that is the difference is good 1 is 4 and 5 is 1. For the good 2, the difference is present minus previous is 3 and 2. The difference is 1. Then the ratio will be 1 is to 1. Okay. The difference and the its difference, and the 1 is to 1, or written as 1 only. So MRS is equal to change in the quantity of the good consumer is willing to sacrifice to change in the quantity of good the consumer is willing to gain. It is also called as the loss upon gain, what the consumer is losing or sacrificing for gaining the another unit of the another good. When we are sacrificing the some unit of good 2 for gaining the some unit of the additional unit of the good 1, it is called the marginal rate of substitution. So it is also written as loss upon gain. Here we are taking one example. It is also like that. When consumer shifts from bundle A to B, that is when he wants to consume more unit of good 1, he has to sacrifice 4 unit of good 2. Okay. It is simple that when consumer is want to consume one more unit of good 1, he is willing to consume one more unit of good 1, so he has to sacrifice the 4 unit of the good 2. Here we are taken as the, see, in the first condition, in the bundle B, then the consumer is good 1 and the sacrificing is 4. So it is written and given here numerically, MRS x1 x2 equal to delta x2 is good 2 and x1 is good 1. So loss upon gain 4 upon 1 is equal to 4. MRS equal to slope of indifference curve. So MRS told the what will be the slope, what will be the shape, and how much the indifference curve is shifted, and what is the shape and the how much it is sloped. So totally depend upon the indifference curve. It is used as the for the indifference curve, MRS is used as the tool. So MRS decide the what will be the slope of the indifference curve. So MRS for good 1 good 2 equal to delta x2 is here good 2 and upon delta x1, that x1 is good 1. For example, shifting from A to B, here the consumer is shifting from A to B, loss is 4 unit and gain is 1 unit. We have already seen in the above example कि here we are losing, a consumer is losing the 4 unit, and for losing of that unit he is gaining the 1 unit. So MRS equal to delta x2 means loss upon gain. MRS equal to 4 upon 1 equal to 4 unit. Here PP1 PP1 and RR1 is written is given on the diagram here. See, in this diagram are PP. Okay, PP1, we have taken the PP, this PP1, the change, that is delta x2. It changes shows here. Yes, delta x2 is greater than the P1 P2. P1 P2 is here. This one P1 P1 P2 upon R1 R2 R1 R2. That means how much he is sacrificing. Here he is sacrificing the x2. Here x2 is given, that is from 12 unit to 8 unit. The difference is 4. So that he is consuming and he is gaining the one more unit of good one, that is so R to R1. So it is saying that the as a consumer increases consumption of good one, MRS decreases. Okay. Here what is saying that when consumer increases the consumption of good one, so MRS decreases. When, why? Because here consumption of good one is that he is gaining the some unit of the good one. So when the consumption increases for the good one, MRS will be decreases, because in order to get every successive unit of good one, the consumer is prepared to give up less and less unit of good two. Because if the consumer want to get the every successive unit, means every additional unit of good one, then the consumer is prepared to give up less and less unit of good two. Okay, then why? That is why, because consumer has preparing for giving the less and less unit of good two, so that the consumer curve and the indifference curve is convex to the origin. Okay, we have studied the PPC, that is production possibility curve. It is concave to the origin, but indifference curve is convex to the origin because of the MRS, marginal rate of substitution. As consumer increases consumption of one more unit of good one, then the MRS will be decreases, because when the consumer is gaining the every successive unit of good one, then the at that time consumer is preparing himself, so he has to give up means sacrificing the less and less unit of good two, so that the indifference curve is convex to the origin. Okay, now the next is properties of the indifference curve. What are the different properties of the indifference curve? The first one is an indifference curve slopes downward. Okay, first condition and first property of the indifference curve is a indifference curve is convex to the origin. That means it is like that. Yes, it means that the indifference curve has a negative slope. Why it is negative? Because when we are sacrificing one more unit for the gaining the additional unit of the another good, it is the negative, because when we are increasing something, we have to sacrifice something, so that it is the negative relationship between the good one and good two. It, for that, indifference curve is negatively sloped. It is because if the consumer want to have more unit of one good, he will have to reduce the number of unit of another good in order to maintain the same level of satisfaction. Okay, for that, because when the consumer want to sacrifice some unit of good one, so as to he has to gaining the some more unit or additional successive unit of good two. For that, there will be no change in the satisfaction of the consumer. The consumer consumes and gaining the same level of satisfaction whenever he is sacrificing, because when he sacrifice something, and in that condition he is gaining something also, so that the satisfaction of the consumer will be remaining the same, there will be no change. So increase in consumption of good 1 by excess 1, see in the diagram, x1, okay, it follows by the decreasing in the consumption of good 2 by y by 1, okay. It is written here. That means when a consumer is want to increase the consumption of good 2, it is shifted from the x2 x1, okay. What he have to do, he has to sacrificing the some unit of the y, that is good 2, from y to y1. It is because because from that he is gaining and he is earning the same level of satisfaction. For that purpose, indifference curve the sloping downward, and it is the convex to the origin, okay. Next property is also written that the indifference curve is convex to the point of origin. From where it is started, from the point of origin, it is the convex to the origin, because it is because of diminishing MRS and the slope of indifference curve. It is only because of the MRS and the slope of indifference curve. It is MRS is also called the slope of the MRS defines the what will be the slope of indifference curve, and it is because of the decreasing MRS. In order to gain an additional unit of good 1, the consumer is prepared to give up less and less unit of good 2, okay. Whenever the consumer is gaining one more unit of good 1, the consumer is preparing himself for give up the or sacrificing the less and less unit of good 2. This causes diminishing MRS and accordingly convex IC, okay. In this condition, whenever consumer have to increase or consume additional unit of good 1, so in that condition consumer is preparing himself for the sacrificing the only less amount of good 2. For that purpose, a MRS curve is decreases, and it is because of MRS decreases, and it is the reason and it is the main cause for the convex of the indifference curve. Moving from point A to point B, see in the diagram, moving from point A to point B, this is point A and this is point B, okay. The consumer sacrificing the 4 unit. Here we are seeing that the from 12 to 8, it is the 4 unit. Consumer is sacrificing the 4 unit. Moving from point B to C, when we are moving to point B to C, he is sacrificing only the 3 units, okay. We have seen that he is sacrificing only 3 unit, that is from 8 to 5. 8 to 5 means, wait a minute, 8 to 5 means only 3 unit, okay. Then 2 units and then 1 unit. After that, when we moving from C to D, he is sacrificing only 2 unit. From D to E, he is sacrificing only 1 unit, okay. It implies that he is prepared to give up less and less unit of good 2 to gain additional unit of good 1. Now what the consumer is doing, he is sacrificing less and less amount of good 2 so that he can get the additional unit of good 1. For that purpose, MRS, marginal rate of substitution, is declining, and it is the reason for the slope of the indifference curve, and the slope of the indifference curve is the convex to the origin, okay. Now the next is, every indifference curve to the right represent the higher level of satisfaction, okay. Let's see, when there is a set of indifference curve called the indifference map, okay. A set of indifference curve means when there are various number of indifference curve. It is called IC1, indifference curve 1, IC2, IC3, IC4, IC5. A group of indifference curve is called the indifference map. Okay, whenever there are large number of indifference curve are there, the group of that indifference curve is called the indifference map. Okay, it means कि when there are when there is a set of indifference curve called indifference map, higher indifference curve represent the higher level of satisfaction, or the right side indifference curve more satisfaction as comparison to IC lying towards left. Okay, it is saying that then when the indifference curve, there is loads of indifference curve, it is called indifference map. When the right one indifference curve gives the more satisfaction as comparison to IC1. Okay, it is only seeing that the higher level of satisfaction is defined by the when the indifference curve is shifted to the right means this is IC1, IC2, IC3, IC4, IC5. IC5 means IC5 gives the more satisfaction than the IC4. IC4 gives the more satisfaction than IC3. IC3 gives more satisfaction to IC2, and IC2 gives the more satisfaction than the IC1. Okay, so the rightward shift, whenever the curve indifference curve is shifted to the rightward, the last one of the right curve will be give the maximum satisfaction as comparison to the curve which is beyond that curve. Okay, here ABCD points of IC1 indicate indifference curve bundle, whereas point on higher ICs, that is IC2, IC3, IC4, indicate preferred bundle as a rational consumer. That means the last curve, that means IC4 is preferred by the most consumer because it gives the consumer more satisfaction. Okay, it gives that curve gives the more satisfaction to the consumer, so that consumer will prefer the last one indifference curve, and it always want to obtain more satisfaction, because every consumer is the main motive and main objective of the consumer is to earning more and more profit, so that he want to always satisfy their want. For that, the last IC curve gives the maximum satisfaction to the consumer. Then for that purpose, consumer will prefer only the last IC curve. For that, on that IC curve, a consumer attaining the maximum satisfaction. Okay, fourth indifference properties of indifference curve is indifference curve do not cut each other. Okay, it is simply says that the indifference curve never ever intersect each other. For example, it not will be like that, not will be like that. So indifference curve will be never intersect each other, it is always like that. And the right one indifference curve will be give the more satisfaction to the left one. So in the indifference curve does not cut each other, it is because if they cut each other, the result will be paradox. Paradox means there will be too much contradiction. On IC1 there are 2 points A and B. See, the first IC1 is this first IC1 is this. There are 2 points are given, that the point A and point B, so that A equal to B. Okay, listen, one more important thing. On the IC curve, the point which is given on this IC curve means point A, point B, point C, point D. All points give the same satisfaction to the consumer, because a consumer is indifferent from in all these bundle of goods, because it all give the equal satisfaction to the consumer. The point A which is given and the point B which is given, it always give the equal satisfaction to the consumer. So listen, there are 2 points, point A and point B, so that A equal to B, because consumer will get the maximum satisfaction. Point on same IC give equal satisfaction. See, on also on IC2 there are 2 point A and C. IC, when we talk about the point IC2, the point is A and C. So there are 2 point A equal to C. We already same as explanation that the point on the same IC curve will give the same satisfaction, that is A and C. So A equal to C. If AB A equal to B and A equal to C, so B should also be equal to C. Okay, you already studied in the math, A equal to B, B equal to C, then A equal to C. So in this condition, when the A equal to B, A equal to B and A equal to C, then there should be B equal to C. But B not equal to C, as B is greater than B is greater than C, because B lies on the higher IC than point C. See the difference, okay? We have studied that the key indifference curve will never intersect each other, and on the same IC curve the consumer will get the whatever the bundle of the goods, on the same IC curve the consumer will get the maximum satisfaction. So in that condition, what is happening, consumer is on IC curve there are 2 points, point A and point B. On IC2 there are also 2 points, that is A and C, and we know that the A equal, it is given here that A equal to B and A equal to C, so that B equal to also C. But here B equal to B is not equal to C. Why? Because IC, we have studied the last property that the rightward IC curve will give the more satisfaction than the left one, so that when the point P on IC1 will give the more satisfaction than the IC curve to the point C, so that we can say that the indifference curve not intersect each other. Whenever they intersect, it means that the point higher IC, the higher IC will give always more satisfaction as comparison to leftward IC, and we always prefer that IC curve which is highest and which is rightward to the point of origin. So when the B equal to, we can't say that the B equal to C, because it is B is on the IC1 and C is point IC2. So the higher IC, the rightward IC will give the more satisfaction, so that we can't say that the point on IC will not intersect each other, because the all point which is given on that, and the rightward IC curve will be always give the more satisfaction than the leftward IC. Okay, the fifth property of indifference curve is indifference curve never touches x axis or y axis. Okay, what till now what we have studied the indifference properties of IC. Indifference curve is slope downward, indifference curve never intersect each other, indifference curve to the rightward represent the higher level of satisfaction, indifference curve never intersect or never cut each other, and the last one is indifference curve never ever touches x axis or y axis. Okay, this one is the last property of the indifference curve, that the indifference curve analysis is based on the ordinal utility. We have already studied that there are two type of utility, cardinal as well as the ordinal. In the ordinal utility we have given the preferences or ranks. Okay, so that indifference curve is always analysis is based on the ordinal. In this we have given the rank to the commodities which assume consumption of the two goods. We are consuming the combination of two goods. If it is touches x-axis or y-axis, it will be against the assumption. Where sometimes we can say that the touches they can't be, अगर कभी भी जो कर्व हैं they never ever touches the x-axis, because we are assuming that the rightward shift and it is the convex to the origin. So in this diagram we have seen that the IC touches y-axis at point B. IC1 is touches point on B here, which implies that the consumer consumes OB amount of good 2 and 0 amount of good 1. Okay, see when we here seeing that the key implies the consumer consume OB amount of good 2 and 0 amount of good 1. Similarly, point A implies that the consumer consumes point A, implies that in the OA amount of OA, this OA amount of good 1 and 0 amount of good 2. Consumption on point A and point B is against the assumption of ordinal utility, because in this we have assuming that we are ranking the preference. We are not going to the 0. We have assuming that we have consumed something, and if it is become the 0, it will leads to the it will means that we are going to assumption that we are consuming the combination of the two goods. So if it becomes 0 and if it touches the x-axis, if it is touches the x-axis or the x-axis and or the y-axis, it means in this we are consuming the 0 and for the good one we are consuming something. So indifference curve is basically depend upon the combination of two goods in which consumer is indifferent, because each combination of goods, each bundle of goods give the equal satisfaction to the consumer. So that in this case we can't say that it touches the x-axis or y-axis. Whenever he touches x-axis, whenever he touches the y-axis, it means he or she is consuming the only one good, and other good will be the consuming by consumer is 0, and it is the against the assumption. And assumption here we are taking that the consumer will consume the combination of the two goods and the bundles of the goods, so that indifference curve will never ever touch the x-axis as well as the y-axis.